Hi everyone, this is Sarah. Today I want to talk about parvovirus in dogs. Unfortunately, we lost one of our puppies to parvo around 4 months ago, and luckily we saved another one. I hope it won't happen to your dogs. It's a really bad and painful situation. But in case if it happens, please watch this video to know it better and hopefully save them. Parvovirus is a common but very deadly viral infection that usually attacks unprotected puppies. About half of all affected puppies will die no matter what you do. If you do nothing, they will certainly die. You can prevent infection by having your dog vaccinated. Okay, let's talk about what happened to my puppies. Benji, our son that we lost him, was almost 6 months and he was fully vaccinated. It means he got his third vaccination 3 months before he got parvovirus. He was off his food one day and was quite sleepy. I thought he must have eaten something that he shouldn't have. He got worse through the tomorrow morning, refusing all food and started diarrhea and vomiting. That is when we rushed him to the vet. The doctor told us because he still drank water, we can took him back to the home and he just injected vitamins and anti-diarrhea, then gave us antibiotics that we should give him every 12 hours plus electrolyte powder that we should add to his water. In the morning he got worse and refused to drink water, and my husband was holding him while he was lying on the floor. So we decided to change his vet and took him to another vet. The vet seemed to reassure us that he would be okay and told us he didn't think it's parvovirus because he's fully vaccinated. And he put him on IV and said we should leave him there and come back tomorrow. Tomorrow we came back, but he was not fine. And the vet said he thinks it's parvovirus because of the smell of his stool. Benji, mommy, Benji. Benji, Aziza, mama. I don't want to explain the details because it makes me feel bad. After 5 days of hospitalization, the vet called us and said Benji's passed away and will not be with us anymore. We passed painful days. We find out in combating with Parvo 2 things is really vital. First, the dog's morale, and second is the vet. Unfortunately, Benji's vet was not expert and he refused to put him on drips and he just gave subcutaneous fluid. But I'm telling you, as a pharmacist and a person who had to experience, they should be having your dog on the drips. After 1 month, because Benji's sister was alone, we brought 2 Rottweiler puppies. But unfortunately, just 3 days after the second vaccination, our male pup got Parvo. We thought he was affected in clinic because he walked and licked the floor. The clinic was clean, but it's possible because Parvo is cell resistant.
بانی بنتلی بامزی رو ببینید داره خوب میشه نکنه داره خوب میشه جونم بابا که نگاه میکنی بابا رو بابا تو خوب میشی بابا میشه طولو میکنی دوباره زمین رو میکنی درخت رو جو در میاری گرم میزنی به همونجا دوباره
After I came back home, I have nursed quiet my Bumsy. You have to stay up with them 24 hours a day for about a week or sometimes longer. They will require your constant attention for most of this time, so you will not be doing much sleeping. In that time, when he came back home because he refused food, I mixed chicken breast, rice, and boiled egg in blender and did syringe feeding, 40 ml every 1 hour or 2 hours. After he came better, I add meat and other parts of chicken to his diet. You need to add protein soluble powder to his food as well. This recipe will help your dog to get his energy back. I also gave him gastrointestinal procholine that have probiotics and other ingredients 3 times per day. Don't forget to give your dog antibiotic for the whole period of treatment, but under the doctor prescription.
Oh my god.
Yes, baba برنده شده تو.
Yes, Bumsy. No, Bentley. No. Hey.
In recovered days, he still had diarrhea, but whenever they start eating by their own is a good sign. So continue your good work.
بامزی بنتلی
Bumsy. Bentley, مامان ول کن. Bentley بذار نینی برداره. گردی برو کنار. گردی. اوکی مامان باشه. اوکی. Bentley.
اینا اولین بار که من صدای گیتار رو میشنون خب خیلی میترسن.
Bamsi, yes, come, come.
Spares man immer. Today we are here for third vaccine for Bamsi. Here we are with Marlies, the vet specialist. She's the one who managed to help Bamsi from Parvo. We are here with her to explain to us how she managed and it can help others.
Alright, so Bamsi had Parvo that causes severe vomiting and diarrhea. And bloody diarrhea at that. So Parvo, especially in black and tan dogs, are very aggressive. You know, they're very susceptible to it, more so than other dogs, and they recover also. It's more difficult, their recovery. Bamsi took about 2.5 to 3 weeks for us to really get him back on track again. Constant vomiting, bloody diarrhea. We kept him on fluids, and it was up one day, down the other. But with Parvo, they often, even if they're not vomiting and diarrhea, they tend to be, keep on being dehydrated. So we kept him on fluids. We put dextrose and potassium in the fluids. We gave him procolon paste to help to line the gut and to help to counteract the bleeding, you know, to that severe inflammation that comes with Parvo. And we also gave him some gastric protectors at some stage. Then we got to a stage because of the blood that he lost through the bloody diarrhea, he got so anemic that we had to give him a blood transfusion, which we did. We recovered a bit after that, but then there was a downward decline from then. We changed, I put him on antibiotics, started with antibiotics specifically. And yes, I think mostly it's patients from the owners and tender loving care that pull them through. You know, constantly syringe feeding them, you know, it's a lot of effort that goes into it. You know, syringe feeding them because they don't eat on their own, but they need the nutrients as growing puppies. But in the end, as you can see, a very healthy, fit puppy. Our attempts paid off.
Yeah.
But it's really a combination between the owners and the vets. The vet can't do it without the owner's dedication.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's very important that
Yes.
part. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now this is the third vaccine for Bamsi. It's supposed to be 1 month ago or more. About 1.5 months ago.
But we had to postpone it a bit for him just to recover completely.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much, Marlies. Thank you. You really helped Bamsi and us. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
That's it. All done and didn't even cry.